Happy Thanksgiving, Berry family. This is Kristen with Bariatric Mindset, and I wanted to pop in here to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and to say that I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I just went on a walk. I was actually trying to do a live stream while walking, and I guess my phone just didn't like it. So now I'm like right in the sun. So one of the things that I was talking about, I went on a walk with my sister-in-law, and one of the things that we were talking about was how walking is so therapeutic and getting outside is so therapeutic. And on a day that is very traditionally about food, about gathering, about friends, about getting together, where the central focus tends to be food, we decided to go for a walk. And in your new life, after having weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery, and I'm keep moving around because of the sun, sorry. Exercise is kind of like one of those non-negotiables that I found that really helps you stay on track. And I know before bariatric surgery, I thought that exercise was a dirty word. Kind of. It was one of those things that I did because I had to, not because I really like to. And in my book, I talk about kind of being a self-disclosed gym rat because I even had a job at a gym. I spent a lot of time in the gym because I felt, it's kind of funny psychologically, I felt like, okay, if I'm here, maybe the weight will come off. But the truth is that you've got to do something and do it consistently. And that's really what I talk about. And so even on Thanksgiving, where we're giving thanks and participating in this day where we're practicing gratitude and spending time with family, spending time with friends, I think that that is also important because part of this journey is giving thanks for your life, giving thanks back to yourself, and taking care of yourself. And that is what part of self-care is for me, and that's what exercise and moving my body is for me. So one of the mindset shift tips that I wanted to share today is how to think about it differently, how to think about exercise and moving your body differently so that you can enjoy it. And one of the things that I posted, or the thing that I posted in the topic, is that walking is therapeutic. And I talk about this in my book as well. And if you haven't gotten it, it's going to be free on Kindle tomorrow, Black Friday. So you'll be able to download it. It's called Bariatric Mindset Success, and it's available for Kindle download tomorrow. But one of the things that I talk about is how getting into your body and moving your body really helps you kind of get out of your head. So a lot of times for overeaters and emotional eaters, what happens is food becomes a coping mechanism. And so whenever there's that uncomfortable feeling, and it could be a feeling that you don't even know what it is, or just an uncomfortable fear feeling. I have a lot of clients that don't even know what the feelings are. So that's why I'm kind of being generic with it, because it could be anger, sadness, disgust, any kind of emotion that you avoid really feeling those feelings because it's super uncomfortable. There's a fear to go there. And so what helps to soothe the brain is a dopamine hit. So dopamine is the chemical that you kind of reaction that you get when you eat, is you kind of get this dopamine hit in your brain, and there's also this soothing mechanism from eating. So that's one of the things that can happen from food. So what also helps, right, because you've also heard, oh, exercise boosts endorphins. So boosting your mood can happen from going out and taking a walk or getting out of your head and into your body by physically moving your body. So my phone's telling me I have low battery. So that is how exercise can be very therapeutic, because if you get outside, get into nature, kind of clear your head, sometimes some of your best ideas may come from actually physically moving your body. You don't necessarily need a gym. And when I first started walking at my highest weight, I remember before I had surgery, I literally was walking in my basement on the carpet because walking outside hurt my feet and knees so much. So it was really just trying to get to 5,000 steps a day. And my trainer then, because my surgical center hooked me up with a pre-op trainer, because that was with the package that I had with my surgeon's office. And he had said, you've got to get up to 10,000 steps a day. And that was something that was very therapeutic that I ended up looking towards, because it was a goal that I could set and achieve every day. I didn't start at 10,000. I started at like 2,500 and then worked up to 5, worked up to 7,500 steps a day, and so on and so forth. So, but what I'm saying is, when you do that consistently over time, it actually can become something that you're excited about and freeing, and something that you look forward to. It's your you time, where it can actually be therapeutic, where you get out of your head, where maybe you kind of are in problem solving mode instead of freak out mode. And so if you have that time, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it doesn't have to be about the steps, but just moving your body for that mental health component. And I say that even for people who don't have mental health issues. I don't have a diagnosis. I have many clients that don't have a diagnosis of depression or anxiety at all, and I'll say the same thing. Like, we are such a society that focuses on illness, that if we focus more on wellness and prevention, that it will do us a world of good. So really just spending the time, creating the time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day to get started, to really integrate that therapeutic component into your day. And even on a day like this, where I know there's a lot of people that will be in stressful Thanksgiving situations, and I'm completely aware of that. I know for a lot of people it's also a very joyous occasion where they're really enjoying their family, they're enjoying friends, but I also know that there are people who are really struggling emotionally, whether it's about surgery, about telling family about surgery, having not told family, had the surgery, and then struggling with eating and how much they're eating, or what to eat, eating the wrong foods, and that kind of thing. So on this Thanksgiving, I definitely encourage you to practice awareness of your behaviors, to practice awareness of what you're putting on your plate, to practice awareness of maybe getting an opportunity, creating an opportunity to move your body a little bit, to spend some time outside, to spend time with those, hey Leslie, thanks for jumping on, to spend time with those who you want to spend time with, and really to cultivate that attitude of gratitude today. Again, because I know that there are people who are struggling on Thanksgiving. I want you to, at least, if you're one of those people, and I'm speaking to everybody now, if you're one of those people, look for one thing that you can be grateful for, at least one thing. And in your surgery, your weight loss, that may be that one thing, but there could probably be other things that you find that you're grateful for too. And another thing that I learned, and I'd like to pass along to you guys is, and I'm kind of just talking as I'm processing through, but because I know that somebody needs to hear this, because I just have this feeling that there are people who are watching who are like, yeah, but my situation sucks, and you can't possibly understand. If we focus on the problems, then we stay in the problems. If we focus on looking for solutions, then we're able to find the solutions. And so my suggestion for everyone today is, again, to cultivate that attitude of gratitude, to look for what really is good in your life, and to look for the solutions, because we all have the ability to find solutions and to engage with the solutions. Absolutely. You can share it. We have the ability to find solutions, create solutions, and really engage the solutions. And again, I'm going to go back to, well, how do I do that? Well, sometimes we need to get out of our head, right? And if you're in your head, and if you're like, oh, this is such a problem, or my family, they're doing this or they're doing that, or because I know that families and holidays can be a very stressful situation, that's where you might exit and you say, you know what, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk, or I'm going to go up the hill, or I'm going to go back down the hill. And I was at a support group, a week or two ago, where there was a guy who said that, you know, he really struggled with even walking up the hill before surgery. And so I know that for some people, going for a walk is going to be difficult, which is why I shared the story of me walking in my basement. So get to a different part of your house and, you know, go for that walk on the carpet, walk back and forth. Use that quiet time, put some music on so that you can just be there with yourself. To just kind of like experience getting into your body and getting into that physical movement, because your mind is altered when your body is in motion. And that's why so many people say exercise, exercise, exercise. But if you understand the why behind it, then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Because a lot of times we get so stuck in our heads emotionally that if we were just to move physically, then what can actually happen is we get the answers that we need. Like, oh, I hadn't thought about that before. Or things just kind of come to us when you're walking, like, oh, I should try this. Or, oh yeah, there's this, you know, idea or this thought that's happening. And that's why I go back to, you know, thinking differently about exercise, thinking differently about moving your body. The old framework of it has to be 30 minutes, it has to be 40 minutes, it has to be 20 minutes, it has to be a yoga class or a Zumba class, or you have to get your heart rate up. Girl, please. Like, I started at 5 or 10 minutes a day. It does not have to be it does not have to be that much. And so I highly, highly encourage you to start where you are, to begin small, and to do things that you like, to do things that engage you, to do things that make you feel good about you. And sometimes just doing that 5 minutes, just doing that 10 minutes, it really does clear your mind. So it's not just for the physical perspective of, oh, I did my 5 minutes, I did my 10 minutes, I went and worked out, I did exercise. It is literally for the emotional benefits that it provides. And it's not the same old like exercise produces endorphins, which I've heard forever, but literally it can help you see things from a different perspective, because again, you're getting out of that problem state and into a solution state literally by moving your body. And until you do it, you may be like, I have no idea what she's talking about. And that's okay, but go for a walk and just, you know, whether it's in nature or by yourself, and focus on your solutions, or focus on, wow, this is a goal that I want to achieve. When you put your focus there and your body's in motion, that also keeps you engaged, right? Because if you're focused on, man, I hate walking, man, I hate walking, man, I hate walking, then you're gonna hate walking, because that's what you're focusing on. So it's important that you kind of shift. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I don't know what, like, my neighbors back there, it's not my mom, it's my mom's house, but like, I don't know if they're mudding or dirt biking or whatever. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's annoying. It's distracting. But when you focus on something, see, I started to focus on them and it distracted me. So when you focus on something, it kind of expands in your reality. So if you focus on, this is good for my body. Okay, I'm feeling, my knees. I'm feeling that, I'm whatever it is that you're feeling. I know I went for a walk today. We just did 3 miles. I walked with my sister-in-law. Man, I haven't walked on pavement in a while, and I feel my knees, because normally I go to a gym and I work out on an elliptical. And so today I'm feeling my knees. But instead of saying, oh crap, like this hurts, this is painful, I don't like this, I went, okay, I'm feeling my knees. I'm feeling my knees because I'm not walking outside a lot. This is something that I don't do frequently, and I'm feeling my knees. So what does that mean? Okay, that means that I'm putting a little, more pressure on them because I'm pounding the pavement more than I would. But again, practicing that awareness is not, oh God, I hate this. Oh God, I hate this. Oh God, I'm so tired. It's literally shifting the focus from a mindset perspective of, maybe I need to do more of this so that my knees get used to it. Or I'm aware of the fact that this is affecting my knees, so I'm going to make sure that I go and do a good stretch afterwards. So or I probably really needed this, right? Because I'm feeling different muscles that are being activated than if I were to go to a gym. So it's really about shifting your mindset about it. And again, going back to my original point about it being therapeutic, is in anything and everything that we do, we can see the negative or we can see the positive. And we can see that everything we go through is a lesson for our greater good. It's for our growth. It's for us to learn something. We're either learning something or we're not. And if we're not learning something, we are destined to kind of repeat the lesson. So I guess my little, I'm summing up today to say that for whatever steps you're taking, look for the lesson in your journey. So for today, my lesson was, when I was walking with my sister-in-law, was, wow, walking is therapeutic. Not only did we have a good conversation, but it was the awareness of the different physical reactions. It was the awareness of, wow, it's such a beautiful day. Wow, my lungs feel so different when I'm walking outside than I'm walking inside. Wow, I really feel good because 4 years ago, I couldn't have done 3 miles outside at all. So when you really practice those awarenesses and you give thanks and you practice gratitude for where you are, you're able to see how much you've grown and how much you will continue to grow. So another thing I notice about all of my berry friends is a lot of people focus on, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not here yet, I'm so-and-so lost 100 pounds and I've only lost like 75 and da-da-da-da-da. And I think it's important that you focus on you. Comparison is the thief of joy. You focus on you and where you are, because your process is your process, your growth is your growth. And again, going back to gratitude for where you are, and also shifting to saying, okay, I've lost 75 pounds. This is my journey. What can I do to get to 100? What can I do? But not coming from this desperate, like, oh my gosh, or jealous state. Oh my gosh, she lost 100. What is she doing? Oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. But literally coming from a place of, okay, I've lost 75. That's awesome. Look at all the work that I've done to get here. That's amazing. What do I need to do to get to 100? What do I need to continue to do to get to 100? Or what do I need to continue to do to get to whatever goal is? Because when you focus on that, that's also going to help you practice the awareness to shift your behavior and become more consistent with that. And also, again, practicing gratitude from where you are. And because it's Thanksgiving, giving thanks for the crazy family. I don't know how often you see them, but today is one of those days where you may see that crazy family member and you may love them or you may not, but what is one thing that you can be grateful for regardless of whether that relationship is awesome or not? What are they teaching you? What are they helping you to learn about yourself and your relationships? And I think all going back to walking is therapeutic. There was so much of a deeper message in that today. So I hope that you all have a blessed Thanksgiving with your families. And I'm going to go inside and work on my knees a little bit because they hurt. And sending you guys all love and light, and hope that you have an amazing Thanksgiving. And if you have any questions about anything I talked about, feel free to comment below. I'm also going to be sharing this in my Facebook group, Bariatric Mindset Mavens. If you're not a member, please feel free to join. And as a special reminder, tomorrow my book, Bariatric Mindset Success, is going to be free again on Kindle. Downloadable on Kindle. So if you haven't grabbed it, be sure to jump on Amazon tomorrow and check it out and download it for free. Friday, November 24th. One day only, Bariatric Mindset Success. And I hope that you guys have a blessed Thanksgiving. Love and light. Bye.